sometimes getting people to invest in a vision, especially for early entrepreneurs, most times it's difficult. For someone who is currently at home watching us and wants to start something, wants to start a project, wants to start a business, how do they convince others to join? Especially when it's just them, right? How do you convince people to buy into an idea? Convincing people to, part away with their money is a big issue. How do you think that people can, approach this?
From my experience, you have to start, no matter how little it is. Because what are you going to present or show to people? Oh, I have an idea. I want you people to come in on board. Fine, good. But in terms of resource mobilization, you have to be able to present something that is soluble. So, and I think one problem we also have is that we feel um, we need to put everything in an app. We feel like all our problems, our solution is just technology. Oh, I need a website. Oh, I need this, I need this. Sometimes those are not the things you can start with, right? Um, Let me say, for example, you're in your community and you are looking for how to, we talk about, let me say, financial literacy. You're looking for how to maybe teach women around you how to be financial literate. Simple as that. It's a simple project. And then you see that, say, okay, I want to train 10 women. But I start with 10. Or maybe my target is actually 1,000, but in my capacity, maybe I can start with 10. What can you do? You have to start. It starts with you. Maybe there are some, you have to ask yourself, do I have the capacity to do this thing I want to do? Maybe you want to go and look at, do you have the skills? What it will take? Okay, if you have the skills, who are the people you need to work with? You have to go identify the people in the community and everything. But the most important thing is if you can even start with 10 or even maybe two women, that okay, I have trained two women. This is my capacity. And then storytelling. That's my other point. You need to be able to. I think sometimes when we talk about storytelling, people think it's just packaging a story about how you went to a community and you've impacted how many women and then showing it. I'm talking here about communication. Being able to communicate, you know your audience, you know who you're meeting, you know what their interest is, and you know what you want from them. And you know how you are going to communicate and tell that story of what you have done. Let me give for instance, if I tell you, oh, um, my name is Fanto, for example, I'm introducing myself. I want you to even listen to me about what I'm doing. My name is Fantofode. I am a project manager. I have been in project management for the past 7 years. Yeah, yeah. Okay, sounds fine. But if I meet you, I say, hi, Choma. Hi, how are you? And I tell you, and you ask me, what do you do? I'm like, oh, when people have project and they need to know how to deliver within the right frame time, with the available resources they have. I'm that go-to person. I am the person they meet when they need that solution to be solved. So already I'm a project manager, right? So people need to know how to tell their stories of what they're doing. And to be able to do that, you also have to document. Because I think a lot of other things that people do, they don't document. This is like you take picture. It's not about taking picture. You are clearly able to tell somebody from the beginning, this is what I did. To the end, this is what I did. From here, this is how I move from A to B to C to D. So you're able to document very well. Oh, I spent so amount. You have evidence. Oh, I trained so women. Why is the curriculum? Were you able to measure? Did you do a baseline study? Did you do, an endline study after the training? So you need to all your projects you need to be documented to be able to show. Even if you have not even fully gone into the project, but so far this is what I have done. It compels, it shows that you're somebody that takes action and they know what they're dealing with. Because even storytelling sometimes, like business, I say it's a game of numbers. So you need to know your numbers. You need to know the story. You need to know what you're doing and document them. So you document, it comes to the process of mobilizing now. So you're able to mobilize. If you want to do a project, or something, make sure you are able to do gather data first, so you have a justification of what you're doing, you have an idea of what you're working around, you're able to document your process, and please start. You don't need so much or so many people to start with. It can be one, two, three, four, five, 10. At least you need to start as little as possible. And then also, like I said, the communication and storytelling part is very important. Being able to know, identify the people that, just don't meet anybody. Make sure the people you are meeting are people that also align with what you are working on. So you also need to know who you want to go and mobilize to. You need to understand what their interest is, because that's how, if your interests align, it's easier to work with you. You can't go and meet people that your interests are just far apart. Yes. So for resource mobilization, those are the key things that are very important.